My name is Tiffany Taylor, and I have the pleasure of serving as a partner and co-president here at GSV. And today I am with two dynamic women who have locked arms with me, not just as supporters of our work here at ASU+GSV Summit, but as true partners and two dynamic ladies who are just excited to build with us, right? Create something foundational and drive towards impact. And what I'm talking about is our partnership that we launched over 8 months ago, our HBCU initiative. And to folks who are listening, for the last 10 years here at GSV, we've been honoring innovators of color to make sure that we were amplifying their work for leaders who were scaling, right, learning and change all over the world. And last year we started to think about like what's next. And for us, what's next is thinking about the next generation of innovators of color. And so that's when we locked arms with Dana and with Laura at USTA Florida to say, how can we make this happen? How can we create access and opportunity for the next generation of educators, entrepreneurs, and engineers to know that their voices are needed and wanted in this space. And so that's what brought us here. And I would love to just start off asking one simple question. Why did you say yes?
Why not? I mean, that's really the answer. But truly, when I think about partnerships, and it's interesting, I was just in a panel that talked about the power of partnerships. And the thing that came to mind for me with these two groups, GSV and USTA Florida, is our values. And I've had an opportunity to be at this summit 2 years prior to this. And I always came out and it was so obvious that truly access for all for education. Well, our values are that everyone should have access to our sport of tennis, that there should not be any barriers. And so that was really the foundation of the partnership. But then as we moved into the HBCU space and started our own HBCU initiative where we've been giving grant money to their tennis teams, we saw this as an opportunity to look at these student athletes holistically. Yes. And give them an opportunity to come to this summit and experience it for themselves and know that we're here not just to help them on the tennis court, yes, but to help them as they start their journey through college and outside of it.
Love it. Love it. Laura?
You know, I think it just made a lot of sense for us that as we're trying to build for the future of our organization coming out of our 75th anniversary event, we said we've really got to think forward. Yes. And we're building that for the next generation. So we realized that we didn't have those young minds at the table to really change how we work and how our sport and our industry works. So it's more than just the sport of tennis. It's the industry. It's the business we operate in. It's the business of tennis. So by partnering with you all, we're learning from other business leaders that they can tackle hard things, so can we. Yes. And then bringing in young, diverse, talented thinkers that can sit at the table and not just tell them you have a place here, but we actually need you here. Right? We can't figure these things out without you. So it's been excited to watch it come together and evolve, and it's been everything we hoped for.
Truly.
I know in one of our very first conversations, I shared with you, because of my parents, I don't have many regrets in life. They sacrificed a ton for me in my childhood. It wasn't perfect, but it was absolutely amazing. But one of the regrets that I do have is that I did not become a student athlete. Talk to us a little bit about like why this intersection of sports and leadership and education, like how does that all come together for you all over at USTA Florida?
Well, it's really the students. I mean, what the studies have been done that students who do play a sport, they, especially girls, that they are in leadership roles across many industries. And so again, we felt like at USTA Florida, a lot of the talk is about the player. But again, we're looking at the whole package. And so to add in this type of environment where they are exposed to, the latest in technology and AI. I mean, we're the ones who are asking them, how do you use AI? I said, I don't even know how to cut and paste. So So truly they're educating us, but to feel the support from this summit and from us as an organization that, hey, it's not just about coming here for 3 or 4 days.
Exactly.
We're with you for the long haul, whether you like it or not. So again, I think it's important. I'm a true believer in sports, any sport, but particularly tennis, because it is a lifetime sport.
Yeah.
But I'm a believer in sports and developing a young person, teaching the discipline, the time management, and the leadership skills, the problem solving on a tennis court. So all of that together, I think is really important.
I love it.
And just to dovetail off of what Dana said, when we went up to Edward Waters University and they started their program and they opened their courts, one of the things we said there was, you have just opened a new classroom.
Yes.
And that learning experience that you get on a tennis court, the problem solving, that every opponent is different, every match is different. To me, there was no better way to teach critical thinking skills, problem solving, resilience than playing a sport growing up. And so to me, I very much look at these things as not an odd fit at all.
Yeah.
Sports are a classroom, athletic fields are a classroom, and we want to see the universities invest in it the same way that they invest in classroom education. So for me, it was really a good marrying of those concepts, and to see it play out here with the students has been amazing.
I love that. You know, one of the things that I've appreciated so much about working with you too is that we have reinforced to each other. We've reinforced it to every university leader that we've spoken to every HBCU student that we've spoken to every ed tech company that we've reached out who's going to support with job shadowing opportunities or mentorship opportunities, is that this is just the first year, right? This is the foundational year. When you think about the future, what are 1 or 2 things that you're hoping will be true for the next phase of this work?
I mean, for us, we're really looking at having a project for them to work on in the next year, and to team them up with an AI team.
Yes.
But it'll be something in the tennis ecosystem.
Absolutely.
And number one, they're all getting to know each other. They all didn't know each other when they came here, and you can see the camaraderie. And again, that's networking.
Yes.
And so then for them to be able to work on this for the next year is our goal. And that then they would come back to the summit, which I think they'll be dying to, and present the work that they've done.
Yes.
And so that's one practical, true thing I see coming out of this.
I love it. I love it. What about you, Laura?
For me, it's really demonstrating that, I say this all the time, I didn't come from a tennis background, but if you build an incredible team, there's not a problem that they cannot solve. So some people might be thinking, well, you have athletes here that don't play tennis. And I'm like, but they're a great team and they understand the concepts. And wouldn't you want to bring that information and knowledge from other areas that could benefit us? So for me, it's about building this team, and they didn't know each other before they came here. And I would love to see a year, 2 years from now, that this little cohort, they remain in contact.
Yes.
And they continue to do big things, not just individually, but as a group.
Yes.
And to me, we'll see that pay off 5, 10, 15 years down the road when this was the first of many cohorts and many students that come here and get to experience this and really change the dynamic of how we work.
I love it. I love it. So one last question. All right. We are in day 1.5 or so of the ASU+GSV Summit. What's one thing that you've just experienced that gave you a bit of inspiration or excited you?
I will say truly the panel that I just saw, the power of partnership, because they talked about good partnerships and some elements that were not so good.
Right.
And I'm truly someone who believes that sometimes things don't go exactly right. Doesn't mean that it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
You may have to hit reset is what I say. Some people say pivot. Or you may have to evaluate it and just say we have to go in another direction.
That's right.
Now, certainly I don't feel that way about this at all. And so I really appreciated the conversation. And then as it turned out, a lot of the focus was on HBCUs.
Yes.
And I didn't know that going in.
Yes.
So that very much excited me. And I was able to make a connection, you know, with the
Yes.
person on the panel, because truly my goal and our goal of this is that it does become a national initiative.
Love it.
We're the little engine that could.
Yes.
So we're going to keep chugging along.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What about you, Laura?
I think for me, the AI show was really eye-opening for me. And to be able to see how AI in a very short period of time has transformed the education landscape really inspires me to say within a very short period of time, we could use the power of AI to transform what the tennis landscape
Yes.
looks like. And, you know, I think they have a lot of commonalities, as I mentioned before, but also there's a lot of traditional voices in education,
Yeah.
just like in tennis. And so if the education space can move forward and you see all this energy here, I mean, it's incredible to see what's happened in the last few years. That inspires me to say, this isn't like a 10-year vision. This is in the next 2 to 3 years. We can see a complete transformation. And that really excites me.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time today. And more importantly, thank you so much for your partnership. I genuinely appreciate both of you. And I look forward to the next conversation.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks so
Thank you,
much.
Tiffany.
All right.